I guess we'll go back 30 years. At that time, I had an animal rights organization, and I started to inquire what was happening to the stray dogs and cats picked up in municipalities on the South Shore. I was living at that time in Mont-Saint-Hilaire. I was very distressed to learn that animals that were picked up, they were taken to private pounds, and they ended up their day in either a gas chamber, a decompression chamber, or they were electrocuted. And those who escaped death in this manner ended up in the United States and were sold for animals as animals for research labs. And I was really shocked to find out that this is what would happen to these animals. So I decided that to change the situation, I was going to found an animal right, an SPCA. So I applied to the government for a charter under the name SPCA Montérégie. But then we needed money to start. We had no funds. So I called the Gazette and I told them we had intentions to start an SPCA because there wasn't one shelter on the South Shore of Montreal at the time. And the Gazette came and photographed 3 stray dogs that I had at the time. And they wrote a nice article about us. And this is how we started. We received $30,000 in donations, and I bought a second-hand van, and then we found a location to rent in Chambly on the South Shore. And this is basically how we started, with nothing. And then I would look after the dogs in the shelter, and another friend, Carol Ponce, she was great help. She was a volunteer, and she would come and help us with the cats. So she would take care of the cats, I would take care of the dogs 7 days a week, 365 days out of the year. We worked every day. Close the shelter at 8 at night, start at 8 in the morning. And from there, of course, we took in more animals, and we had to feed these animals. We needed a source of income, so we took a contract with the city of St. Lambert and St. Bruno. And they gave us so much money towards picking up stray animals in their town. And we needed money also to pay for veterinary fees. So this is basically how we started. And in 1996, we moved to Saint-Angèle-de-Manoir. Presently, we have dogs about 55, 60. Cats, depends on the time of the year. We have approximately, I would say now, about 60 also. We have foster homes, great foster homes to shelter mothers with kittens, because we get a lot of calls for stray cats, mothers giving birth to kittens. And we place these animals in the foster homes, and then the kittens come back at the age of 2 months to be vaccinated, and then we place them for adoption.